so much hype surrounding it.
You need me to be serious?
I mean, how do you deal with that?
FBI.
You are listening to FBI!
Alison Petrowski with you. I'm incredibly nervous because he's a billionaire, he's an entrepreneur, and he's an adventure-loving philanthropist. And I'm struggling to say those words because I'm very excited. Over the last month, we have basically been on first-name terms with him. Joining FBI live from his island, Necker, I do believe we have Sir Richard Branson. Sir Richard, good morning.
Good morning. You do have me. I'm standing on the top of a mountain at the top of Necker Island as we speak, and I've got a tern that's just flying round and round me, very upset that I'm near its nest, but I'm sure we'll cross fingers that I don't put it off too much.
I can't believe, what kind of mountain is it that you're standing on? Obviously not one that takes very long to climb, I imagine.
No, Necker Island sort of, it's a little jewel in the Caribbean, and so I'm looking out at a pristine reef all the way around it, and I just finished watching a film that my nephew and son have just been making about global warming, and I'm hoping that everything they say in that film doesn't turn out to be true, because it'd be very sad to see the island disappear underwater one day.
I know that it is something that you've been very passionate about, climate change and global warming. I know you've been doing the virgin fuel thing. But before I launch into this interview, before I let you know a little bit about FBI Radio and why we've been hunting you down for the past month, I heard a great anecdote last night, and I wanted to check with you to see if it was true, because it's one of those things that just almost sounds too perfect to be real. You're on your island right now. I heard that back in the day when you weren't nearly as rich and as famous as you are now, Sir Richard Branson, that you actually managed to convince a real estate agent to fly you over to the Caribbean to check out an island because you were pretending you were interested in it, but actually you really just wanted a free holiday and to go and party. Is that true?
Almost all of it's true. I was trying to persuade a lovely young girl to come and live with me, and she was in New York and I was in New York, and she was there with her boyfriend, and I thought, well, if I went down to the Caribbean pretending to buy an island, they might lay on a house for us in a helicopter and airplane tickets, and that's exactly what happened. And she came with us for the weekend. We saw this island from the helicopter that was laid on, fell in love with it, and they wanted $5 million for it. I thought I could scrape together maybe $100,000 at the most, and they immediately took the helicopter away, took the house away, and we hitchhiked back to the airport. But I got my lady, who's now the mother of my children, and a few years later managed to get the island as well. So it was a worthwhile weekend. And you're standing on it right now talking to us here at FBI Radio. We are so excited to be talking to you. I don't want to take up a lot of your time because you are a very busy man, but I did want to explain to you what exactly we're doing. We're an independent non-profit radio station here, FBI Radio. We play a huge role in breaking new music here in Sydney, and bands that I know, that being the music fan you are, you would have heard of, Wolfmother, The Presets, The Vines, they all got their first break here on FBI. We've been doing it for 6 years, but unfortunately earlier this year we were hit by the global financial crisis, and basically in February we lost half our revenue, basically because corporate sponsors just suddenly needed to pull out because they didn't have any money left. And we sat down to brainstorm, and we thought about approaching philanthropists who might want to help us out. We wanted someone who loved music, that was a risk taker, and most importantly, someone with a huge sense of fun. So you are our obvious and unanimous choice, Sir Richard Branson. So for the past month, I guess you'd say, we've been running the Ask Richard campaign. It's sort of funny. We didn't actually ever say Ask Richard Branson. We just wore a silhouette of you on our shirts. We got people to jump out of planes with your face on their shirts. We got people to give out free cupcakes on the streets of Sydney with your face on them, just to sort of see what would happen, I guess. And we've got you on the line. How much do you know about what we've been doing here, aside from what I've told you? Well, the first I heard about it was I was having dinner, early evening dinner on Necker Island, and this rather soaking wet Australian girl stumbled into the dinner room, and she'd swum 2.5 miles from another island to get to our island to tell us all about your campaign.
Are you serious?
That was
absolutely serious. And anyway, so she had a great dinner, and she went and she stayed the night, and I contacted my Australian office to find out what was going on, and anyway, I hope that over the last month, the various Virgin companies have tried to be as helpful as possible. So I think Virgin Mobile and Virgin Atlantic and VFest are also doing things with you, and it sounds like you've got most of Australia also trying to do wonderful things to raise money. I love the skydiving project, the busking project, the Wikipedia project, anyway, I hope you can keep them up. But are you going to survive, do you think? Or how's it going?
I don't know, Richard. I guess that's why we have you on the line. By the way, I should just say to anyone who's just tuning in, Alison Petrowski here talking to Richard Branson live on FBI Radio. He's standing on top of a mountain in Necker Island. Richard, it's a bit chaotic here. We have cameras in the studio. Everyone's gone a little bit bananas, and we're all wearing our Save FBI T-shirts and our Ask Richard T-shirts. I don't know if we're going to survive. I hope we are. But we do need a little help, which I guess is why we have you on the line. Would you be able to provide us? I don't know what you're capable of doing. The initial campaign was to ask you for $1 million, which I might say is only $490,000, £490,000 on the current exchange rate. I checked this morning. But basically, would you be willing to help us out in any way, shape, or form, Richard Branson?
Well, I think that the difficulty we have is that everybody every day writes to us asking for $1 million or more or less, and we at Virgin Unite help. We've got some quite sort of big causes and campaigns on, some of which we use our entrepreneurial skills to help, like whether it's tackling global warming or setting up a centre for disease control in Africa, or creating the oldest organisation to try to tackle global conflicts. Others like yours, we will sit down with you and try to come up with imaginative ways of helping you get on your feet or raise money, or I think our people have been talking to you about seeing what sort of grants that you're not actually government grants you're not getting at the moment that you might be able to get. So I'm afraid I wasn't really into offering you a big check. We will continue to support you and help you in trying to make sure your great station stays on air, and hopefully continue to rally all the people around that you've managed to get to rally around you.
Absolutely. And to tell you the truth, Sir Richard, I don't think we ever really thought you were just going to hand over $1 million. But we've crossed our fingers anyway. But you are going to do it an immense. Sorry, go.
Sorry. No, after you.
I was just saying, my understanding is you, Virgin, are actually going to do an immense amount of work to help us out over the coming months. I do understand that we're going to be giving away a trip to the UK V Festival on your airline Virgin Atlantic as well, which you've offered up for us, and a bunch of other things, which is very crazy, and we're so appreciative of. So, Sir Richard Branson, I do want to say thank you from FBI Radio for getting in contact with us, hearing about us, and offering some assistance. So, thank you.
Maybe we should also, since you've got this new airline, the Australia flying between London and Los Angeles. Sorry, not London and Los Angeles. Sorry, Sydney and Los Angeles. Why don't we do 2 upper class tickets or 2 business class tickets on that to throw into the pot? And it's the best airline flying between Australia and America, of course.
That's fantastic, Richard. That is amazing. We're about to kick off a Save FBI supporter drive where we will be asking listeners to sign up and become supporters. So I reckon we might make that one of the many prizes that we give away, thanks to your assistant. One last question while I've got you, Sir Richard Branson. The way we work is, because we're a community radio station, we ask people to sign up as supporters. Now, obviously, $1 million is a bit out of the question, but how about $70 to sign you up as an annual member of FBI Radio? Is that possible?
You've got me signed, so that's fine.
Beautiful.
My pleasure.
Our first supporter signed up for the Save FBI supporter drive. Sir Richard Branson, I thank you so much for your time. You trek down that mountain and have a lovely day. We'll talk soon.
All right. Positive news, get on with the good news.
Thanks, Sir Richard.